If you'll notice the dress of the folks that we're seeing here in the lobby at Mandalay Bay, you're seeing a lot of shorts. And this isn't only because it's warm in Las Vegas, but this is a show called Interbike. It is the largest bicycle trade event in North America, bringing together manufacturers, retailers, industry advocates, and media to conduct the business of cycling. Expected attendance is more than 25,000 people. This trade show event and all of the other activities were established in 1982, and the event is operated by Emerald Expositions. I have never attended Interbike before, and my own bicycling days are a little behind me, so I'm going to have to interview a number of folks to find out just what's new in the cycling business. It looks like a lot of walking has taken its toll. We need more benches here at Mandalay Bay. My first stop was the Garneau company. This is Louis Garneau of Quebec. This is a 30-year-old company, and this is the first year that they are presenting a bike. They are mostly known for the clothing, and a very nice young lady here explained to me that this outfit here is just for, or particularly for, triathletes. So they can do biking and swimming in this same outfit, and the retail value might be around $450. I was asking the gentleman here about men's bikes and women's bikes because I noticed that the old bar across the top isn't on a lot of these bikes, and he said, well, the bar doesn't make it a men's or women's bike. This is probably a better bike for men, this particular design, but across the way, this is a woman's bike in the sense that the seat is designed a little differently and the weight of the bike is different. This is a Juliana, but you can see the bar is that coming down also. So, bikes look different. You might not be able to tell men's from women. These are performance bike cleaners from England. We hear and see a lot about manufacturing in China, and we hear about great performance in the economy of Germany, but I'm telling you, every convention I go to lately has a representative from Italy as well. And here we have Italian design, riding, looks like shirts. Tell us in Las Vegas to always stay hydrated, and of course if you're riding a bike, that's the same thing. This is a collapsible bottle. I went to touch it and it moves. It's by Interbke. This is Feedback Sports, and I stopped because I was interested in this bike, which I am told is a fat bike, particularly good for use in sand and snow areas. But actually what this company makes are stands, and there are very few ways to park a fat bike, and here is one. This is the Wheelmaster exhibit, and they have two of these displays of wheels, which are almost like an industrial sculpture, quite lovely. And I talked to a gentleman from Los Angeles who is here to buy wheels. He has a bike shop in downtown Los Angeles. That I said, well, it's crowded downtown. He says, yes, but we have an indoor track and people can try out the bikes before buying. I hope you can see the sign. It says J&B Importers, and they import bicycles, accessories, parts, and a gentleman here explained to me that they are one of the largest importers around, and they have exactly 11 headquarters around the country and bike shops, and order parts, and with very few exceptions get them within one day. You can see here all of the various things that they do import, and I was told that the company actually got got its start in Miami when they designed something like this, not this exact device, but the three-wheelers that the seniors in Miami liked to ride. They wouldn't fall over, but they could get out in the sun and get their exercise. The booth here seems to be Zoom, but I stopped because of the electric scooter, which I didn't know existed. And I guess these are the solar panels. Up to a 20-mile range, 15 miles per hour. Street legal, no insurance, no registration. Regular price, $15.99, but use the Interbike code and you get $100 off. So, if you've always wanted a solar scooter, they do exist. Here's a name that's easy to remember, Sock Guy. And man, do they have socks. With all sorts of designs. Here we have a strange Santa. And WTF, and on. So I'm not sure. There are no prices on these socks, and there are very few people around. So I guess we'll just guess on the price. And certainly there are lots of choices. Easy to see what's going on here. Folks are looking at cycling accessories to wear. Shirts, hats, etc. I stopped by this booth because there were lots of folks taking pictures when I first arrived. And of course, this is a beautiful pink bike. I'm told it was used by a rider who won this year's 3-week Italian bike race. Probably has a name that I don't know. Anyway, the company here that is making this bike such a crowd pleaser is an Italian company, and they make accessories for the bike. This is a company called Cliff, and they have a lot of samples here, drink and pieces of energy bars that I am assuming give folks the energy to keep biking. Here is the bike, but why is it on display? I'm going to read just a bit from here. Sean Walling of Soulcraft Bikes custom-built this dirt bomb bike for loaded dirt touring and to accommodate and tackle any type of terrain. A 15mm through axle handmade tapered fork in 142 by 12mm rear through axle spacing ensure no nonsense load bearing durability while subtle accents Sean is famous for shine throughout. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that meant, but if you're into biking, this is what this bike is all about. Uvex is a German company and they make bike helmets. Look. The retail prices would be from say $50 to $120, and I was noticing the ventilation areas in the helmets, and the young lady here pointed out that, as you can see here in the front of this one, there's some netting. That's to catch the bugs. Tektro is a Taiwanese company, and I stopped here because I was looking at the sign which talked about electric hydraulic disc brake system, and I'm not familiar with electricity and bikes, and I'm told that e-bikes are the coming thing, and there's a battery, and this equipment would be part of that bike, and it will make it easier. I'm told the e-bikes make it easier for folks like me to ride a bike. Less input and great output. This is Matt from TRP Tektro, and I asked him one question: how does this bike stop?
This bike stops through a genius combination of a cable actuated lever, like all existing disc brake brakes use a cable actuated lever, but it plunges a hydraulic caliper, so you get hydraulic brake performance in a retrofit application that'll work on any bike with a disc brake.
What do? You squeeze this.
Squeeze this. Here, let's go front brake. I squeeze the front brake. It plunges 2 pistons.
Okay.
There's 2 pistons in here. It squeezes those pistons together and stops the rotor from turning.
Ah, okay. That's different than what I remember, which was some kind of
Rim brake that sits, usually old school sits on a rim brake, so it brakes on the rim itself.
it grab, yeah.
And then what happens is they get hot and they fade, so they don't brake as well after 10 cycles.
Okay, is this the new thing, or am I just way behind in?
It's pretty new. We've had these this is our 2nd year with disc brake.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of,
All right, Matt, thank you very much.
sure.
This is Jen Schofield of World Bicycle Relief, an organization I was not aware of, and there's a big number here, which I don't understand. So Jen, what is World Bicycle Relief?
Yeah, thank you, Diane. World Bicycle Relief is a nonprofit organization, and we assemble brand new bicycles for people in rural parts of Africa so that they can get access to schools, clinics, and markets. And it takes $134 to put this bike in the field.
This bike, you're actually referring to one like this, right?
Yes, that's correct. It's called the Buffalo Bicycle. It's super sturdy, super unbreakable. It's meant to resist any type of terrain and carry all the goods and produces that, people need to bring to the market. So yeah, this is
What's the 200,000 number?
and 200,000 is the number of bicycles that we have distributed to date since we started in 2005.
This is remarkable. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lizard Skins is a company from Orem, Utah, and a gentleman here, by the way, just told me that because we had storms and washed out roads, the trip from Utah to Las Vegas took 12 hours rather than normally about 5. And what I was asking him about were these items that seemed to be coverings for shoes, and I said, well, why would somebody need these? And he said that most bike shoes are very well ventilated, and in the cold weather or the wet weather, they can be uncomfortable. And all you have to do is pay like $35 for the Dri-Fiant shoe cover, and you don't have to buy new shoes, but you have the protection you need against the cold, the water, etc. So we welcome them from Orem, Utah. This is the Montague Performance booth. This is a contest of fold off. Cycle is a company that has built this kind of cycle for carrying goods and people, and their business typically is in urban areas where it's difficult to park, etc. Bikes like these typically will run around $2,000. They're lower in the back because if you're carrying people or carrying goods, it's less likely that you'll fall over if the end of the bike is lower. This is the same idea, but it is an electric bike available next year, I believe, and might sell for as much as $5,000. The gentleman here said business is growing. More and more urban areas are understanding that they can't build more streets in areas that are already filled with buildings, and so more and more bikes will be invited and bike lanes will be installed, etc. So this is Extra Cycle, based in California. It's never too early to introduce bike riding to the youngsters. This is Kazam, and there's even a helmet for these folks and a bike stand, and they are called Balance Bikes. We'll see if anything's going on here. This is interesting. You can even test a bike here. Sign a waiver, get a wristband, grab a helmet, required, grab a test bike and hit the track. And here we come. More takers. This is the outdoor court. There are indeed lots of bikes available. It's going to be about a 95-degree day, so not too bad. Bolt, B-U-L-T Technology is talking about a video helmet, and I had to ask, where's the camera? Can you show us?
Here's the camera right here.
Oh my goodness.
No longer do you need this and the mount and everything. It's all integrated right into the shell. All the software and everything is accessed right through here. The USB charges the helmet right there.
Huh.
Microphone and a light lets you know that it's on.
Is this available now?
Available now.
Online?
Online at bolthelmets.com.
B-U-L-T helmets.com. And
Yes.
how much do they run
This
from
is
what
only
to what?
$119,
Including the camera.
including the camera.
And how long does the camera work? Operate?
It works for an hour on the battery and about an hour's worth of storage space as well.
Is this 1080 whatever?
This is 120 by 720 pixel.
Okay.
So very high definition quality. This is an actual video made with the helmet.
I'll be darned. So this would be for bikers and skateboarders?
Skateboarders, rollerbladers, roller derby, you name it, it'll do it.
I'll be darned. Well, thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
This was interesting. This is Da Vinci. We are the most innovative wheelchair and hand cycle manufacturer in Great Britain, leading the way. And here we are with another example. So you've got a wheelchair and a bicycle all combined into one. Suarez says they are a comfort leader in bike gear, and look at all the varieties of shirts we have here. Wow, wow, wow. Don't know about Bimbo. The folks at Chrome have their own DJ, and it's loud. And they have all kinds of things, demonstrations going on. Shirts, shoes, bags. Boom Botics. And it looks like a tiny little thing. No matter what warranty it's called. Nutcase Unframed World Bicycle Relief.
Right. I couldn't believe it.
So are these going to be sold? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, okay. Well, here's a showstopper. It's called the Pedalist. When a car is not practical and a bicycle is not enough. This is an electric bicycle inside this covering, and we'll go take a look. And we're told it will be available for purchase next April at a price of about $3,500. So, if you want to pedal to work and not get wet in the rain, here's the solution. Well, here is a helmet that you can decorate yourself. Wipe out the dry erase helmet, create your own design, and it comes complete with the colors to make up your own design. Folks are looking at here are vacuum mount bike racks. I don't know if this is what keeps them attached to the car and the car is going over some potholes. I don't know. Everybody's looking, however. Wow, here's some fat tires. It's like a motorcycle without the motor. Neat idea for a picture frame in the front room. This well-dressed rider, and here is the outfit. And this is the Alpine Stars booth, and I asked a gentleman here about this outfit, and he said this is for enduro riding, which is long distance over various terrains. He estimated it might cost around $500 to get yourself completely outfitted here. But the gentleman, the headless gentleman, is gorgeous. Well, the sign says, pack your passion and go. I think that's my hint that it's time to leave Interbike. I could have stayed longer, I could have learned more, but I certainly enjoyed being here. Interbike will come back to Las Vegas next year, and they may see me here too.